Now, the recent alleged dowry death of a 24-year-old woman, Vismaya, is being probed in Kerala, even as her husband, Kiran Kumar, now a suspended government official, has been arrested. Senior police officer and the IG of South Kerala supervising the probe has spoken with NDTV's Sneha Koshi on the ongoing probe and the challenge of women not standing against domestic violence, even in a literate state like Kerala.
And joining us right now is IG for South Zone in Kerala, Ms. Harshita Attaluri. Thank you for talking to NDTV. First question to you, what is the status of this case? Have you been able to finally decide whether this is a suicide or a murder? Because the family is saying this can't be a suicide. So how's the police looking at it?
The police is investigating the case. We have gotten the autopsy report. We have taken a detailed statement of the doctor yesterday. So we'll let you know as soon as we complete our collecting our medical evidence. We'll let you know. The issue here is, this young girl has died, like you said, due to this kind of, harassment and torture by her husband. So that is, a very sad issue, and it's a very important issue. Yeah.
And coming from Kerala, everybody looks at Kerala as if it has totally different parameters. And then you have recent instances, not only in this column, you've had instances where there have been deaths due to deaths by suicide, and also about how some of them perhaps are also pointing towards dowry cases. So how is Kerala looking at this? Is there a systemic lapse also? And when I ask you that, because this family also had involved the police. There were conciliatory talks, but no aspect was involved in follow-ups whether the girl was safe.
See, the point is, when you talk about a systemic lapse, yes, there is a systemic lapse in the sense there is a societal lapse. Where are we going as a society? Like you rightly said, yes, Kerala is supposed to be a literate state. It's supposed to be a state where we are very aware of our rights. So this incident, but what you're speaking about, specific incident, like this man had actually assaulted this girl in her very house, in a parental house. He had assaulted her, he assaulted her brother. And that time the police had intervened. The police had in fact taken this person to the police station also. But you know how it works, like, the girl was reluctant to file a complaint. The parents were like, okay, fine, let us, okay, it's a domestic kind of a case, let us, forget it, let's talk and conciliate. What we have to understand is, like, about 100 such complaints come to the police, say 90-95% of the complaints are like this, like, just warn this fellow, just ask him to behave. And even the High Court, like, everywhere, the system is such that, you try to conciliate first, and then it fails, then you take a case. So the point is, as a society, we think that this kind of, unfortunately, like, everybody, most of us think that this kind of assaulting or abusive behavior is all right. So, personally I feel, when you talk about abuse, it's just not, mental, like torture or physically assaulting somebody. There's so many levels of abuse that we have to be cognizant of.
So where does one draw the line between a hope of a reformation or a conciliation that may work out and a case that needs to be pursued?
See, it depends, the line depends on each individual. Like what I tell the young girls is, please, the line is like, the line is your body. If somebody, assaults you, that is the line. The line has been crossed. I do not think that, you have to give this chance to anybody. You have to respect yourself. You respect your body. You respect your individuality. You're not, mere Mrs. So-and-so.
What's the ambit of this particular case probe? What are we looking at? Is it about the husband who is allegedly involved in this dowry death? Or is it even beyond that?
No, we will look at the involvement of all the in-laws, his parents and his family, whether there was any other, pressure from them. Did they, like mentally or physically, torture this girl? So we'll look at, all the family members also, the boy's family members, yeah.
Do you give out a message that when something like this happens, reach out to the police? Or there's this whole thing about you go to the police also, there's going to be talks and there's going to be questions and there's going to be how will we pursue a legal system. It's anyway daunting and harrowing, and now in addition to that. So how do you address that?
See, the point is, yes, a lot of people think, why should I give an FIR? Because there's a huge system, like if we have to go several times to the police station, then we'll be called to the court. So we don't want all that. But see, the point is, you have to respect yourself, that I am worth this kind of effort. Like, nobody can just assault me, abuse me and get away with it.